Hello everyone, how are you all? So we have already discussed first 4 sections of 2024 question paper of CBSE Computer Science. So today we are going to discuss the last section in deep, which is section E. Infotainment Limited is an event management company with its prime office located in Bangalore. The company is planning to open its new division at 3 different locations in Chennai, named as Vajra, Trishula and Sudarshana. You as a networking expert need to suggest solution to the questions in part 1 to 5, keeping in mind the distances and the other parameters. So here only you can check Bangalore office is outside and Chennai division is having 3 different offices in Vajra, Trishula and Sudarshana. So what we have to consider? We have to consider the distances which is given in first table, and the number of computers which are installed in different locations are given in this second table. So we have to go with the first question. So first question is suggest and draw the cable layout to efficiently connect various locations in Chennai division for connecting the digital devices. So digital devices in Chennai division they are saying. So Chennai division is this only, right? So here you will check the number of computers. So we can go for first we can check the server where you will install the server in this Chennai division with respect to the maximum number of computers installed. So here in Vajra it is 120 computers, in Sudarshana it is 75 and in Trishula it is 65. Well, so we are going to put the server here only in Vajra because you have to find for the server in Chennai division only, not in Bangalore. Otherwise, if you will go for Bangalore office, it is 250, which is more than other 3, right? But we have to search for the server in Chennai division only, so that is Vajra. Right, now if they are asking for the cable layout and if we are thinking this is the server, so we can go for the star topology and rest of the 2 we can connect like this. Okay, so this is the layout. This one is Vajra and here we have the Trishula and Sudarshana. I'm just going for the initials for your understanding, and like that only. And if they are asking for the topology also, so star topology, but here in this question it is not given, so as such there is no marks for the type of topology, right? Which block in Chennai division should host the server? Definitely it is Vajra only, so the correct answer is Vajra. Which fast and effective wire transmission medium should be used to connect the prime office at Bangalore with the Chennai division? From Bangalore to Chennai division, and effective wired transmission. So in case of wire, 3 types of wires are there. We have the twisted pair, we have the fiber optic, and we have the twisted pair and fiber optics are there. One more is there, but the fiber optic is the best one only if you are not considering the cost of it, right? So the correct answer is fiber optic. In case if there is no limitation, there is no restriction with respect to the cost, then the correct answer is fiber optic, right? So next we have which network device will be used to connect the digital devices within each location of Chennai division so that they may communicate with each other. This question, though, I think if you will check like the sample question papers also, what all the last year papers are there, this is same only, which is hub or switch. Switch is one of the intelligent hub, but anything you can use because as such it is not given, you have to send it to the destination computer only, not to all the connected computers. So hub or switch we can use any one. So the correct answer is hub or switch. Next is a considerable amount of data loss is noticed between the different locations to the Chennai division. So the point is Chennai division considered loss of data is noticed. That means because of the range, because the range is more, so obviously it will start losing some of the data. So which are connected in the network. Suggest a networking device that should be installed to refresh the data and reduce the data loss during the transmission to and from different locations of Chennai division. So that is repeaters only. If you know the network components, repeater is actually going to help you to repeat your signals. Okay, so if it will repeat the signals, definitely the loss of the data will be less or no loss of the data will be there. Next to that, we have the differentiation in between W and A file modes in Python. So as you know, W is for what? It is the write mode, where if you want to start with a new file, then write mode, you will open the file in write mode. And A is for append mode. If the file is already one existing file, then you will go for append mode. So here is the answer. W is for write mode of the text file Okay, and it will override the content. Override the content. What does it mean? In case if the file is already there in the system, so what it is going to do, it is going to override the content. Okay, so write mode of text file W, and it will override the content if the file is already one existing file. So the previous data you won't be able to keep that data in case of write mode. It is only going to work with the new data. If the file does not exist, it is going to create it. Okay, so these are the 3 points. And then in append mode of the text file, A is for append mode. It will add on the data, right? It is going to keep the previous data also, and at last it is going to add the new data. So the content will not be overwritten. You will be able to see the previous data also, and you will be able to see the new data also in case of append mode. If the file doesn't exist, this mode is also going to create it. Okay. So well, this is 34A first part. Now consider a binary file items.dat. So what is this DAT? DAT is one of the extension for binary files, right? Binary files. And anything if you want to do in binary file, then which module you have to call? Pickle module. And with the help of which keyword you can call any module? With the help of import keyword. So well, containing records stored in the given format. So the format is something given in curly braces, and you know the curly braces is the which data structure? It is dictionary data structure, right? It is dictionary data structure which is completely based on key value pair, and the key and the values are separated with colon, right? Colon. So here which is the key, and then we have the values. So two values are actually attached to this key. Now write a function copy underscore new. So you have to work with a function, right? Copy underscore new. So copy, we can create a function with the help of def keyword that copies all the records whose amount is greater than 1000. Here we have the amount, right? If this amount is greater than 1000, so the main part in this question is to get this value, because two values are there, right? And these two values are attached to this key. Okay, so you should be clear with that. So what they are saying, what all records are fulfilling this condition where the amount is greater than 1000. In that case, you have to add the data from items.dat file to new underscore items.dat file. Okay, so you are clear with the question. The name of the function is copy underscore new, and we have to create it, and this is one binary file, right? So here only you please check, we have what? Import pickle, because we are working with binary file. .dat is the extension for binary file, and here also it is written it is a binary file. So all that, load function and dump function, they both are the part of pickle module. So you have to call this module into your program, which is import. With the help of import keyword, you will be able to call it. So we have import pickle, and then we are creating the function. So we have def copy underscore new, and then first we are opening the file. So this is one existing file only, right? So you just want to read the content of this data of this file, and you want to copy it into this file. So this file too, you want to read the contents, okay? And this one you want to write it. So the condition is if the amount is greater than 1000, so you want to write the content into this file, new file. So this one you will open it in read mode, and this file you will open it in write mode. So read mode is R and write mode is W. Okay, so here only you please check, we should know the syntax for everything. So we have open items.dat and in read mode. Okay, you can write in single quotes or double quotes, both are correct only. So that file handle is F only here. And for this file, which is new underscore items.dat, which is also a binary file, which is in a form of 0 and 1. So which is in write mode, okay, where you will be able to write the content. So this is a new file, right? Now, as you know very well, in case of binary file, we are starting with the exception handling, which is try and while true, because you want to load all the data, right? So if you have some multiple key values pairs, so in that case, you want to fetch all the data. So while true, so by default it is true only, and then pickle dot load. So it is first record will be added into this variable data. Okay, now the point is data is having this this one pair where we have the key and the value pair. Now the point is we have to actually fetch this value, this amount. So you are in first one, okay, the first one, and first one is which index? 0 index. So we have data dot values, because you have to work with amount. Amount is the part, this is a key, right? This is a key, and this one is values. Let me remove this extra stuff, so I will get some space to write down the content. I can explain it properly to you. So here only you please check, this left hand side is for the key and this side you have the values. So you want to fetch the values first, right? So dictionary.keys, if we are writing, it is going to give you only the keys, but dictionary name.values will give you the values of the dictionary. Okay, that's a predefined function, built-in function. So what is the name of it? It is the data is inside data only. So data dot values, that means we are taking the values, and this one it is from the first value pair only, so 0. Okay, so 0, and here inside this, if you will go, so this is 0 position and this is first position, so this is 1. So 1 is for amount and 0 is for item name, but as we have to work with amount, so 1, right? So amount, now you understood this statement, so greater than 1000. So if it is greater than 1000, in that case what you have to do, you have to copy the record into this new file, which is item.dat. Okay, so we have pickle.dump and the data, this data, and in which object? The object of this new file. So new underscore items and the object is G. Okay, so that will be added into this one. So pickle.dump data dot. Okay, so as we are done with the logical part, then we have to take the except block, the try and the except, and then you have to close this file handle f.close, and then you will close the file handle for both of the files. Okay, item.dat is f, so f.close and g.close. So this is the final solution of this 34-second part. Now we can discuss first B1. What is the advantage of using with clause while opening a data file in Python? Also give syntax of with clause. Okay, so with clause also you can open the file. There is a different syntax, but some advantages are there, like in case of the normally if you are opening, if you are following this syntax, so you have to close the file handle externally, you have to write f.close. Okay, but in case of with clause, if you are opening a file, okay, so in that case you don't need to write it down. This will be done by the system itself, by the software itself. And the second advantage is you don't need to write the try and except also. Okay, so exceptions will also be taken care by the software itself. So this is automatic. So these are the 2 points in case of with clause. Now the second part of this one is a binary file emp.dat has the following structure. We have employee ID, name and salary, employee ID, name, salary. User defined function is there, disp underscore detail, that would read the content of the file emp.dat, again a binary file, and display the details of whose employee, whose salary is below 25,000. So it is below 25,000, and these are the 3 things which are stored in a form of a list. And you know very well, list is something, again it is, you will be able to fetch the values. This is almost same as the previous question only, but here we have 0, 1 and 2. So you just have to fetch the values, and then the salary is at second position. You will check the value for the salary should be less than 25,000, and then you will display the details of who's are fulfilling this particular condition. So let us check, as we are again working with a binary file. .dat is the extension for binary file. So if you are working with binary file, which module you have to call? Pickle module, pickle. Okay, pickle, and with the help of which keyword? Import. So we have import pickle, definition, disp underscore detail, which is the name given over there, then employee.dat in read mode, and then try while true, and then load. So you are loading all the 3 details, employee ID, name and salary here. All the 3 will come, as I said, like employee ID is at 0th position, name is at 1 and salary at 2. So we actually have to check the condition for second position. So this is data 2 less than 25,000, and you have to print the data. And except is to close this file. So f.close, because and then you can use, this is what? This is the invoke statement. This is calling of the function, calling of function. So we discuss this B part also. 5a first part, define Cartesian with respect to RDBMS, relational database management system, where the relation will take place. I mean, multiple tables are there, all are connected to each other. Okay, we have another database also, which is flat file database, in which you have all the data is stored in the table. Well, they are talking about RDBMS, and we have to consider, we actually have to define product. So what is that Cartesian product? Suppose in this table you have 3 rows, suppose in this table you have 2 rows. So the Cartesian product will actually help you to define the combination for each row of one table to another one. It is like, suppose this is row 1, row 3. So this 1 will be connected to both of these rows, this 2 will be connected to these 2, and this 3 will also be connected to these 2. So each row of first table multiplied with each row of second table. The resultant is the combination of all the pairs of rows from both of the tables, right? So this one is the answer for first part. Now the second part is a common question. I mean, this is the easiest question because every time this is coming where you actually have to learn some of the statement in this. If you are good in memorizing the things, then definitely no one can cut your marks in this question. So here the general things we have to consider: the update command. So Sunil wants to write a program in Python to update the quantity to 20 of the records whose item code is 111 in the table named shop. So the name of the table is shop and the database name is keeper. So under this table you can see we have in total 4 columns: item code, item name, quantity and price. And then you can see these are the 3 basic details are required, which are used to generate the connection in between the Python and the SQL. So we have the admin, username, password is shopping, and the local host is the host, okay, and the database is keeper. So well, let us start with this. So the first line is very common, which is import mysql.connector, and then you will generate the link, the connection object you will create. So con is equal to mysql.connector.connect, and the 3 details, the 4 details actually: host is equal to localhost, you will write in double quote, then user is equal to admin, password is equal to shopping, and the name of the database is keeper. So database is equal to keeper. Then you will create the cursor object. So cur is equal to con is the connection object dot cursor, and then you will execute the query. So query is based on update command. So it is update 20. So update only. So query is equal to, in single quote you will write down the query update, and the name of the table is shop here, update shop, and then set quantity is equal to 20. Please notice one thing: it is not like here in the question it is given quantity is 220, so you will write quantity only. No, you have to check the corresponding actually column name, that is QTY. The corresponding column name of quantity field is QTY. So you actually have to apply your condition on this QTY column, that okay. So we have QTY is equal to 20, and where what is written here, it is item code is 111. So yeah, where item code again you have to check the name. So it is item code only. So item code is equal to 111 and in single quote. Okay. Now you will execute the query. It is inside query variable. So cursor dot execute and then the query. Okay, you can write the same thing, the complete query inside this also. Anything is fine. But I feel like more comfortable to write it into the statement, to write it into a variable, and then to copy this variable into this execute command of cursor object. Okay, and then you have to commit it because you are updating it, so you need to do the commitment. Okay, that is compulsory for this. So con dot commit, and then you will close the cursor object and the connection object. So well, this is something very easy because this is common in all the papers. Give any 2 features of SQL. It is a structured query language which is completely based. So let us start with the last question, second part, which is also based on the connection only. Again, this is something expected, and some of the initial lines are common in both of the questions. Almost both of the questions are same only, right? Sumit wants to write a code in Python to display all the details. So this is the query of the passenger from the table. The name of the table is flight in my SQL database, right? The database name is travel only. The table contains the following attributes. These are the field names. We have F code, flight code, F name, flight name, and the data types are also given, source and destination. Consider the following to establish the connectivity in between the Python and the SQL. The username is root, password is airplane, and host is localhost, right? This is the complete one, yeah. So let us start. This is almost same only. So you will start with the same import SQL, the connector, and then you will create the connection object. It is mysql.connector.connect. Host name is localhost, user is root, and the password is airplane, and the name of the database is travel. So database is equal to travel. And then you will create the cursor object with this connection object. So con.cursor, this is cursor object cur, and then you will execute the query. So the query is something, display all the details. So display all the details is asterisk, select asterisk, and from the name of the table is flight, and the database is travel, which you have already taken. So you have query is equal to select all from flight. So that's all, and then when you will take the cursor dot execute, and then you will write the query. So you can write the whole query here also, anything is fine, or you can store it into a variable. That variable you can use it in cursor.execute function. Then data is equal to cursor.fetch all, because it is going to work with multiple data. So fetch all, right? And then you have to display all the fields in new table, in new line. So you have for loop I in data. Data is actually having all the records, and then you are printing it. So print I. Then you have to close both cursor object also, cursor.close, and then you have to close the connection object, that is connection.close. So this was the end of this question paper 2024. We finished all the 5 sections. I actually tried my level best to explain you the whole thing. If we are going for the previous year's papers, definitely we are getting one idea about the pattern of the questions, and most of the papers, I mean, if you will go for the past 2-3 papers, the pattern is same only, which is helping you to understand the question paper properly, to manage your time also, like how much time you are taking to solve this question paper. So you can prepare yourself beforehand only if you are going through the previous papers. So, well, I tried my level best to give you a proper explanation for all the 5 sections, but still, if you are feeling like any of the part is not clear to you, so please don't forget to write in the comment. I'll try my level best to explain that thing to you again. And all the videos link also I'm going to share in the description box. So if you understand everything, so please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe my channel for such more videos. Okay, so thank you so much. Take care. Bye.